I'm Michelle Lee.
And I'm Dave Jench. Next on your 6 o'clock news, 5 people were overcome by carbon monoxide in Cloquet this morning. We'll tell you how to protect yourself from this dangerous gas.
And the calls you receive from marketing companies could be more than annoying. They may be a sign of trouble. Details are coming up and sold out, an iTeam 6 exclusive. And in sports, there are no peanuts or Cracker Jacks, but we'll take you out to the ball game tonight with a live report. The Channel 6 o'clock news is straight ahead.
You're watching the Channel 6 o'clock news with Michelle Lee, Dave Jench, Tom Hansen, meteorologist George Kessler, and your Channel 6 news team.
Good evening. 5 people are recovering tonight after a scary carbon monoxide poisoning incident.
A woman working at the Cloquet Chamber of Commerce called 911, but rescuers themselves fell victim.
Adam May reports that carbon monoxide can sneak up on you any time of the year.
The call came into 911 around 8 o'clock in the morning. A woman working here at the Cloquet Chamber of Commerce gasping for air, complaining she had suddenly felt ill. But when paramedics rushed inside to save the woman, more problems broke out.
Shortly after their arrival, they rapidly became overcome by carbon monoxide gas that was in the building.
The rescue workers collapsed and fell unconscious. The cause? Carbon monoxide.
Highly extreme exposure. But I've never seen readings like that, in any structure that we've done a carbon monoxide test on.
But thanks to quick thinking, the situation remained under control.
If the average layperson would have gone in there, I'd say we'd have fatalities. The only reason that our people knew immediately that something was wrong and started dragging him to fresh air.
In total, 5 people from inside the Chamber of Commerce were sent to the hospital. The Cloquet fire chief says that carbon monoxide poisoning can happen in new and old structures, and it can happen any time of the year.
It's a sneaky situation in anything. You can't smell it, you can't taste it, and there's no vision of it.
And the cause is not limited to the furnace. Even older air conditioners can lead to poisoning that many mistake as a common illness.
The real trouble with carbon monoxide is that it's flu-like symptoms. A headache, nausea, loss of appetite, people just not feeling well.
The best way to know the difference is to get yourself a carbon monoxide detector. The fire chief says today's incident is proof.
When I leave work today, I'm going to buy a carbon monoxide detector. I don't have one in my home, but I'm going to go get one and put it in my house.
In Cloquet, Adam May, Channel 6 News.
Good advice. Well, all 5 victims of today's poisoning have been upgraded and are expected to make a full and quick recovery.
Investigators believe a faulty furnace caused the incident. Well, a 2-vehicle accident near Minong has left 1 person dead and 9 others injured. Authorities say 71-year-old Michael Witch pulled his car in front of a charter bus Thursday morning. His wife, 75-year-old Olga, was killed in the crash. 8 bus passengers were treated for minor injuries at Spooner Hospital and released. Michael Witch remains hospitalized in stable condition. No charges have been filed in this incident.
Another vehicle crash has left an Ash River Trail man dead. The 37-year-old victim crashed his all-terrain vehicle into a tree late last night north of Orr, causing his fatal injuries. A passerby discovered the man's body and reported the accident to authorities. The victim's name isn't being released at this time. The St. Louis County Sheriff's Office is still investigating the incident. Police are investigating a stabbing at this hour in West Duluth. A Duluth man suffered minor injuries in a fight this afternoon at 207 North 60th Avenue West. Authorities say the injuries aren't life-threatening, but the man remains hospitalized at this hour. Well, when you buy a driver's license or hunting or fishing license, the state turns around and sells your most personal information to marketing companies.
iTeam 6 reported that fact yesterday and talked to a lot of people tired of getting junk mail and sales calls.
Tonight, Barbara Riles reports the selling of information you are compelled to give is more than just a nuisance. It could be putting you and your family in danger.
The sale of you is big business, bringing the state millions of dollars each year. The data the state sells to marketers includes not only your name and address, but your vital statistics as well. Your age, sex, height and weight, even a personal description including your hair and eye color. Some lawmakers fear the sale of this information is putting people at risk.
Well, the danger of open access to these records is that they can be used by stalkers, they can be used by others for purposes for which they were never intended.
In fact, that's already happened in Wisconsin.
We had an individual in Racine who would take down the license plate numbers of women that he thought were quite pretty. And when he was arrested for sexual assault, he had the three notebooks filled with the names and addresses of Wisconsin women that he was stalking using these motor vehicle records.
Most of those we spoke with didn't know the state sold the information we are compelled to give when we get a driver's license, register our vehicles, or obtain a hunting or fishing license.
I don't think the state should be doing that. I know it's available from many sources, but the state itself should just stay out of it.
Why do you feel that way?
It's kind of an invasion of privacy.
But it's an invasion many people aren't aware of. Even some state lawmakers didn't know the state sold people's personal data.
I didn't know about it, in fact, until a constituent in my district wrote a letter to me who apparently had registered a vehicle recently. And lo and behold, he was getting all kinds of new pieces in the mail, which obviously had been provided somewhere. And he traced it back to the Department of Public Safety and asked my office to check on it.
Representative Nornes found out that such sales happen frequently and are completely legal.
With the increase in crimes regarding invasion of privacy, is there any discussion, or should there be any discussion, of perhaps changing the statutes?
It's a consideration.
The bulk of the lists the state sells are to insurance companies and marketers, but anyone can purchase the information without being asked their purpose. Bob Beer, who works for the Division of Motor Vehicles, is concerned that such easy access to his personal information puts him at risk for theft.
Well, I ride a Harley, and it's got a personalized plate. There's times when people can very easily remember a personalized plate. And I'd prefer not that they know where my Harley's parked all the time.
Something many people don't know is there is a way to restrict access to your personal information, at least to some degree. In 1996, both Minnesota and Wisconsin passed laws forcing the state to make this form available to people. Now, if you fill in this form, it will block the state from selling your personal information to marketers. However, the state will still provide that information to insurance companies and to law enforcement agencies.
Wisconsin Representative Marlon Schneider feels the state doesn't do enough to let people know about that option.
However, that the department doesn't really advertise that very well, and the result is that many people don't know that they have the right to have their name taken off the list.
But even if you fill out the form, it's important to understand that your name and personal information are probably still on thousands of lists purchased by marketers before you restricted access. Barbara Riles, Channel 6 News.
Well, we'd like to know how you feel about the situation. You can call us with your comments on Newsline 6 at 720-9696 or email us at www.kbjr.com. We'll share some of your comments Monday on our 6 o'clock news. Well, two Northlanders left today on an 1,800-mile bike ride to Florida. Ed Marciniak and Courtney Griffin will be spending the next 18 days on the road raising money for the Superior Boys and Girls Club. The bikers will be traveling about 100 miles a day, and pledges will be taken for each mile traveled.
Money's going to be used primarily to update our homework and tutoring center, and in that we'll be getting hopefully some new computers for the kids.
The men have cellular phones with them, and Northlanders are encouraged to call with support throughout the trip. You can call the Superior Boys and Girls Club for those phone numbers or to make donations to this major fundraising event.
What a great effort. Well, you know, you all noticed it was a clear day around the region, but you know that may not continue. Meteorologist Keith Marler in for George Kessler next with details.
Then we'll introduce you to a Northland pottery artist who's on a journey toward perfection of her craft. Her story coming up when your 6 o'clock news continues.
It's absolute madness for 13 straight hours Saturday, only at North Star Ford. Hundreds of new and used vehicles. Duluth's largest selection must be sold. F-150s, Explorers, new cars, trucks, even program rental returns. Discounted as high as $4,000 and zero down delivers. Nobody knows how low we'll go. Top dollar for trade. Open extended hours till the last car is sold. Don't miss Moonlight Madness Saturday at North Star Ford, the Northland's #1 volume store.
Just when you think the fishing opener can't get any more stressful, Black Bear Casino gives away an incredible fishing boat package.
That's right. Qualify any one of 7 ways to be entered in this terrific fishing boat package drawing at Black Bear Casino. On Sunday night, May 3rd, Black Bear Casino will be giving away a 1998 16-foot Kingfish fishing boat by Northwood and a 98 Evinrude motor, plus a trailer, trolling motor, and equipment.
It's time for the 1997 model home closeout on Easy Housing of Duluth. Get the best value, see the best selection. We've got only 7 1997 model homes on the lot, but hurry, they'll go fast with prices starting at just $29,900 or $259 a month for a 16 by 83 bedroom, 2-bath home. Find the floor plan you like and let us help you with the financing. Yes, it really is that easy at Easy Housing of Duluth, providing people with affordable homes they've always dreamed of for 25 years. 4978 Miller Truck Highway, 729-8001.
What do you get when you add up all Dodge Neon's horsepower plus all of its interior room, both of which are greater than you'll find here, then subtract a hefty $1,500 cash back? Hit total, and Neon is yours for under $10,400. Or instead of cash back, choose low 1.9 financing, do a little multiplication. Look what you can save over 60 months. And as they say, the numbers speak for themselves. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Can you do magic?
Of course. Watch. Sunday, the dragons will roar. The princess will be saved. And the magic will be real.
You tricked me, Merlin. I'm a wizard. That's my business.
Merlin, NBC Sunday.
Meteorologist George Kessler's forecast can be heard weekday afternoons on KKCB B105 FM and WEBC 560 AM.
Good evening. I'm meteorologist Keith Marler, and I'm currently standing in front of current temperatures. Let me move out of the way so we can all take a look at them. 52 here in Duluth, 45 in Superior, 63 in Hibbing, and in Grand Rapids they get 66 as well as in Aiken. If you notice, the further south you go, St. Cloud, 78 degrees still. The further south you went, the warmer it got, which I guess is normal, but it got up into the mid-80s in southern Minnesota this afternoon. So they did not get relief from the warmth as we did. Let's look at our almanac. Today, 55 and 45, that was our high and low. Normal for this time of year, 53 and 32. Records, 82 set in 1990, and 19 is the record low set in 1956. Sunrise tomorrow morning, 6:04 a.m., and sunset tomorrow night will be at 8:09. Let's take a look at current conditions here in the city, 52 degrees, dew point's 29, so everything's still relatively dry at 41%. Relief is on the way for that dryness, though. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Winds out of the east at 22 miles per hour. That's what's kept us a little cooler than what we anticipated today. A little bit more of a kick from the wind brought in just a little bit cooler temperatures. Pressure still steady, 29.95 inches of mercury. Here is the satellite picture. I'm standing in front of our really cool stuff, but let's take a look at what we've been looking at for the past few days, and that's this East Coast storm. Let's take a look underneath the clouds, and there's the radar. Now this storm, it's way up off of Maine now, but as it came across, as it hit the Atlantic Ocean, it really, what we call bombed out in terms of what storms do. The pressure dropped to 989 millibars of pressure. Now a normal low over the surface is probably around 1,999 millibars, so it really deepened and hit it with similar to what a hurricane force would be. It's not a hurricane, it can't become a hurricane, but it's very similar. What we're worried about is out to our west. This system here is what brought tornadoes, unconfirmed tornadoes to Idaho, some hail, flash flooding, strong winds, you name it, they got it over the past 24 hours. That is heading our way, but that's not all. Down here in Nebraska, this little low pressure system is also developing. It's heading up to the northeast. They are going to meet over our area and cause a little rumble in the atmosphere that might cause a little rumble in the sky tomorrow as well. Here's a little closer. Here comes that rain. Here's this low. They're both moving up. Let's get rid of the clouds for a moment and take a look at it just graphically. As the low pressure moves in, this is this afternoon, there's the cool air that's standing out there. Here's the rain. As that low pressure starts to move in, so is the rain. Now it's noon on Saturday. This is what this is. The rain's starting to approach. It's going to come about tomorrow night. Let's take a look at what's happening tonight, though. Upper 30s for most everybody, partly cloudy skies as well. Taking a look at tomorrow, the thunderstorms probably won't really start until the afternoon, and they are going to be scattered, highs in the mid-50s. Taking a look then at the 5-day, that's a whole lot of rain. Scattered showers on Sunday, Monday, maybe a thunderstorm Tuesday night and Wednesday as well. It'll start to warm up, though. We'll be in the 60s again, but the word is wet.
And significant rain. We're not talking just about sprinkles.
Oh no, this will be something to look at. We might have some potential flash flood problems for tomorrow. We'll keep an eye on that, though, and try to keep everything updated, yeah.
Thanks, Keith.
Thanks. Well, art galleries and museums in Duluth are getting ready for tomorrow's Earth Day Gallery Hop.
Now into its 8th year, it provides an important venue for Northland artists and their work.
Tonight, we introduce you to one of those artists whose work at the Potter's Wheel has evolved to new heights.
It feels good to feel the clay move up and down. Just a little bit of a touch now.
These skillful hands belong to Bonnie Woletzko. Within seconds, this former elementary teacher can tease a lump of earth and clay into a pot. But it wasn't always this easy. Her first effort in her laundry room was nearly her last.
The clay flew around and hit my pail of water, knocked it on the floor. The clay went flying.
But Bonnie stuck with it and taught herself to throw a pot.
None of my pots are ever perfect, but I guess that's what kind of drives me to continue to try to do it.
Her journey toward the perfect pot has taken some interesting turns. Her earlier work wore muted earth tones. She then progressed to using colorful glazes. Today, Bonnie is working to perfect her trademark cut work.
It's kind of like carving a pumpkin.
Oh, it's much more fun than that. I needed to move on to something, and I had a pot that was really a rather large one, and I thought, I think what I'm going to do is just carve all these negative spaces away.
One of the first steps in creating her trademark pots involves sketching a design on greenware. The pot is then fired to white bisque. From there, Bonnie applies the rich, colorful glazes, one color and one kiln firing at a time.
And so now I'm just going to make some more trees here.
Once completed, her work is placed on display in her Kettle River showroom, a delightful barn filled with colorful pots of all sizes.
I've made a lot of tropical fish pieces.
Bonnie is also known for her massive elephant and zebra pieces and her smaller floral pieces. Big or small, each is a fitting tribute to Earth Day. To the artist, they represent a new challenge.
To tell you the truth, Michelle, there aren't a lot of pieces I really, really like. That's, I think, what drives me to do another one.
Just
wow.
Remarkable. I'd like to take one of everything, okay, Bonnie? Yeah. Well, Bonnie Woletzko's work will be on display tomorrow at Lizards 2, one of the several stops on the Earth Day Gallery Tour.
By the way, the Port Town Trolley is running free shuttle services from gallery to gallery from 11 tomorrow until 5 p.m. That's a great service.
Yes, and she has a beautiful gallery down in Willow River, but it would be hard to pick one, just one. It's like popcorn, you can't. Well, next in sports, the Packers' top running back has not reported for work.
But our Tom Hansen has, and he's taking sports outside the office again this afternoon. Tom.
Dave, Michelle, just too nice to stay indoors here. And, of course, behind me is St. Scholastica Saints taking on Martin Luther College in a softball doubleheader. We'll tell you more about that. Dorsey 11's not at camp today. We'll have more on that. And also, let's play a little catch, Dave and Michelle. Here you go. Coming at you. More in sports coming up next.
Hold on tight.
You know he's funny. You know he's crazy. But you haven't seen him like this.
Good morning. Jim Carrey is back.
Find out why he took nearly a year off work. His fascinating new role is shocking Hollywood.
His love life is making headlines.
And I'll tell you how Jim and I ended up in the papers together.
Anything can happen. Jim Carrey, Monday's Oprah. Channel 6 News is produced with help from our friends at WDSE, Channel 8 on the University of Minnesota Duluth campus. KBJR business offices are currently located at U.S. Bank Place in downtown Duluth.
I am so excited. Frasier is one of my favorite shows. Al. I watch it every week, and now our show, Late Line, is going to be on right afterwards.
Al.
Yeah?
You can't have Eddie. Late Line, the comedy that's making news. NBC Tuesdays after Frasier. Get your own dog.
You're watching the Channel 6 6 o'clock news, Greater Minnesota's best newscast for an unprecedented 4th year in a row. Closed captioning provided by Schneiderman's.
Dodge Caravan not only offers a convenient driver's side sliding door, it's cleverly designed to hold the sliding doors open, even when you're parked on the steepest of hills. Try it out for yourself, if you're ever so inclined. Dodge Caravan, an Automobile Magazine All-Star.
Snapper's Great More for 44 deal. Buy any new Snapper ride-on mower and get a utility trailer for just 44 bucks. Buy any new Snapper rear-engine rider, tractor, or yard cruiser and get this handy utility trailer with a removable tailgate and dump action. You get more hauling, more dumping, more flexibility for just 44 bucks. So hook up with our utility trailer deal and get more for 44.
Snapper. Anything less just won't cut it.
Get your Snapper at Northwestern Small Engine and the shop.
My name's Merlin. A young princess captured his heart.
Grow now.
But as they grew, Camelot needed his magic.
This is Excalibur.
From Hallmark Entertainment,
I'll be waiting for you. Always.
the legend
I have one last trick
that lasted a lifetime and beyond. Merlin, NBC Sunday.
You can tell conditions are perfect for softball out there
guess
today.
they are. So Tom Hansen naturally has taken the sports office to the Diamond. Tom, where are you today?
Here you go, Tom.
Dave, nice throw right on the money. We're just in Kenwood Avenue, Michelle, here for the St. Scholastica doubleheader against Martin Luther College. It's a great day, as you say, too nice to be indoors for working sports today. The Saints lost the first game 13-1 in 5 innings, but hey, they played 2 games, and right now they're winning by a score of 4-3 in the third inning. So it's not over with yet, but the Saints can maybe come up with the split. St. Scholastica baseball, by the way, will play 6 home games in a row starting tomorrow at Hermantown. 2 tomorrow, 2 Sunday, and 2 Monday. Speaking of baseball, UMD just down College Street here, also in action this afternoon. Let's go to those highlights at Bulldog Park if we could. Over on the UMD campus, baseball was the sport of the day. Fans getting a chance to enjoy the weather at this one. This is HB's 20th season as the baseball coach. Pick up the action with UMD down 3-0. Ryan Skubik doubles in Matt Johnson. The Bulldogs get on the board 3-1. At that point, Northern State leads. UMD would score again when Jed Meyer gets an infield hit. That scores another Bulldog run to make it a 3-2 game. However, UMD couldn't hold on and fell behind 7-2 after 3 innings. However, the Bulldogs rallied. They won 16-10 in that first game, and right now they lead 7-0 in Game 2 in the 5th inning. 2 teams will play another doubleheader tomorrow at Bulldog Park starting at noon. Major League Baseball tonight, the Brewers will open a series against the San Francisco Giants tonight. In the National League, Milwaukee has won 6 out of their last 7 games. Now the Minnesota Twins will also be on the West Coast tonight. They'll be taking on the Seattle Mariners at the Kingdome. Of course, Ken Griffey Jr., Bob Tewksbury will start for Minnesota. That game will start at 9 o'clock. Now also in Seattle, another Minnesota team there, the Wolves, will open up the NBA playoffs, their 2nd season in the playoffs by taking on the Seattle Supersonics. Randy Shaver has more from Key Arena, where the Timberwolves are looking to win their first franchise playoff game.
In many ways, the kids have grown up. They're wiser, they're stronger, simply put, they're better. But to have a chance to win one game in Seattle, Kevin Garnett and Stephon Marbury have to play their absolute best. Now, that doesn't mean they have to do it themselves. In Marbury's case, he averaged 11 assists and 21 points the final 6 games.
I got to make sure everybody getting involved, and that's what I did. And then it made things a little bit easier. I mean, my scoring went down, but, you know, we were more successful. Whatever it takes for our team to be successful, that's what I was willing to do.
In Garnett's case, it means making his shots, grabbing 11-plus rebounds a game, and on defense, intimidating the weak Seattle inside game.
We definitely feel like we can win, and that's what you have to have. You have to have a winning attitude going into something like this, because probably everyone in the world probably has their money on Seattle right now, so that makes it that much more fun.
Both Garnett and Marbury admit their first trip to the playoffs last year was a bit overwhelming. Now they know what to expect and what it will take to win in the postseason, something this franchise has only dreamed of.
All those guys have matured dramatically. I mean, especially this year after the adversity we faced with a lot of injuries, with Gugliotta going out and some of the other guys going out. Those guys have stepped their games up and came out and become true leaders of this team.
Now, Game 1's tonight. Game 2 will be Sunday in Seattle. The Wolves' Game 3 will be Tuesday in Minneapolis. The Wolves, coming into the year, had lost 25 straight to Seattle. NBA and NBC will have 2 games for you tomorrow, 3 games on Sunday. We won't have the Wolves game, but we will have the Chicago game. Moving on to football here. There was one notable absence from the Green Bay Packers mandatory minicamp today. Running back Dorsey Levens was a no-show. Levens and the Packers are still at odds over a contract. Coach Mike Holmgren says he's disappointed that Levens didn't show up for workouts. Holmgren says he doesn't expect Levens to make any of the other practices this weekend. Cornerback Craig Newsome is back after missing last season with a knee injury, and Reggie White attended the workout but did not participate in the drills. And again, Dave, it's a doubleheader game. Dave and Michelle, the Saints lost the first game. They are now leading, though, 6-3 in the third game. So we're going to take the ball, send it back to you. I know the studio lights do some different things with the colors. So Dave, Michelle, here you go. There's the ball. Hope you catch it.
Very good.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this.
Here's a tool so handy you'll want several. One for the toolbox, workshop, camper, boat, car, even the kitchen drawer. It slices and strips wire faster and cleaner than any other wire cutters we've seen. Just turn and pull, and the wire practically jumps out of its skin. You get a perfect pigtail every time. Its carbide sharpener will put a super sharp, long-lasting edge on almost any blade in your home. It cuts tile, slices and strips wire, it sharpens, and more. No wonder it's called the multi-tool. What it does will amaze you and everybody else. Now, for a limited time, if you take advantage of this special TV offer, we'll tell you how to get a multi-tool absolutely free. Yes, one free if you order from this TV ad now. Watch carefully. Have you ever seen anything cut glass like this tool? This is 3/8 inch thick steel-reinforced plate glass. Let's see if multi-tool is up to the challenge. There you go. No problem. From thick glass to delicate mirror, multi-tool cuts it safely and easily. Send now. There's never been a better tool for cutting tile. You can get multi-tool for only $9.98. Why, this one circular tile cut alone is worth the price of multi-tool. At the other end, you'll find a blade so sharp it slices carpet effortlessly without rips or tears. You'll use it again and again because it's the sharpest knife you'll ever own. Special carbide grooves let you sharpen scissors. Even inexpensive kids' scissors will cut like magic. Multi-tool brings new life to old tools, like these rusted trimmers. Dull metal particles fly off as multi-tool puts a new edge on this old hoe. Use it on lawnmower blades and axes. Send now. Multi-tool is only $9.98. Order 2 and we'll include a third multi-tool free. Yes, order 2 and you'll get 1 free. Act now.
15 years ago, a big wheel came to town.
Hey, that was great. Can I get a deal on 1,000 of them?
Let's try out the jet skis tomorrow.
Wheel of Fortune, bigger cash and prizes. Take a spin.
It's still warm. It's time for softball practice. We're headed to the field. We hope you go to the same place this weekend.
And I'm going to sign his glove right now, so.
It's your autograph.
We hope to see you back here for Top Line News at 10.
Not me.
It's the least I can do for you. Jeez.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men, located in the heart of downtown Duluth.
Paul's digging up his family roots.
Who you got there? Is that Ruthie?
Mel Brooks guest stars.
What nerve to come into a new country with a face like that.
No, I don't need vinyl siding. This is an apartment. I can't get away from these salesmen.
I'm Jim.
Hi, Jim. This is for you. Hello. Make sure you deal with a pro, like your GMC dealer. It's closer than you think. Here, let's take a look.
Right now, get a great value when you lease a well-equipped 1998 GMC Sierra SLE for only $299 a month for 24 months. See your Lake Superior GMC dealers.
Oh, no, don't get it.
It's almost over. Slumberland's store-wide Legendary Sale ends Monday, but there's still time to get legendary savings on the biggest brands around. Every item, every department, and till Monday only, take $100 off the sale price of any gorgeous leather sofa or love seat. Plus, till Monday only, take an extra $50 off the sale price of all reclining sofas. The savings are legendary, but this is the final weekend, so hurry. The Legendary Sale absolutely ends Monday, only at Slumberland Furniture.
Little trucks make for long weeks, but Dodge Dakota's bigger to lighten Monday's load. Its tough Ram looks make Tuesday more memorable. Its longer, wider stance smooths hump day right out, while its superior Magnum power makes Thursday fly. And voila, it's Friday, and better yet, the weekend. Dakota, for shorter weeks and bigger weekends.
Sunday. I am Merlin. The world of King Arthur, Camelot, and Merlin comes to NBC. And after you watch Merlin, you'll be able to solve Merlin's mysteries. You could win this special limited edition Merlin merchandise and keep the magic forever. Here's how you can play.
You can win great Merlin prizes all this week. Listen to Wild and Friends weekday mornings on KISS 92.1.
Dateline Friday. Elizabeth Ward Grayson. She was a Playboy cover girl and a former Miss America. Now she's in the middle of a massive White House controversy. Jane Pauley's exclusive interview.
I'm Stone Phillips. Join me for Dateline at a special time, 8/7 Central, NBC Friday.
From the Sony Pictures Studios, it's America's Game. And now, here are the stars of our show, Pat Sajak and Vanna White.